Creative Art Classes with John-Marc. Today's lesson, how to draw a cartoon mystery machine. Hey, it's John-Marc and welcome back to How to Draw Cartoons, and today's episode is The Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. I don't know about you, but that's one of my favorite cartoons that I was growing up watching. I love the theme song and when they broke out and had a little chase scene as well. All right, let's begin with this little drawing. So I took the basic shape, almost like a square, split it right down the middle. Now I created the two wheel wells for the tires to go in place. Now I'm placing where the door is going to be and the window now. What I want to make note is when I bring this to Illustrator, I will be creating it with using the vector tools. I won't be inking it in. It's much easier, and since it's all geometrical shape, very straightforward. But that'll be another class. I'll show you the difference between freehand drawing and inking in Illustrator, as well as using the tools that you can create the vectors from. All right, so always remember when sketching, start off very light and then build up a little darker as you go. And I'm working on the windshield right now and working on the front fender there. There you go. Let's get the top part there, sketching over. This is just a classic cartoon. I really miss these series, and I have them all on my Apple TV, the series from them, even the older ones and some of the new, not the new ones from nowadays, but the ones that were maybe in the 80s, but all good. And let's just finish up sketching up there. There's put the door handle in right now. Straightforward when you're looking at this. This is very interesting. If all the other projects I've been showing you is more traditional cartoons, in this case, this is an object, a vehicle. So this is a little different. You try to want to be more accurate than exaggerate when you look at this. So there's a top rack and there's shadow, and let's create the other top rack and shadow. But just as fun, you can be still creative when creating cars and vehicles. In this case, it's like a little van from the 70s. And I kind of remember that style out there with the tire in the front. I love the paint job that they did on it too. I thought they did a great job on this vehicle. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the middle part now. Let's get the tires going now. This is just a basic circle that I'm just using, but when I get into Illustrator, I'll be using their circle tools, and I'll be really more accurate than my freehand right now. And when doing that in Illustrator, the cool thing is when you create one tire, you're copying it and pasting it into the other area. So you don't have to do two because they're identical shapes. All right, so when I'm just sketching out here, this is just a representation. So when I bring an Illustrator, I'll know the placement and what I'm looking to accomplish. Getting a little darker around the wheel wells. Here we go. All right. Let's get their center spoke in there. And I just kind of exaggerate it for the spokes inside, kind of playing off their model sheets. And yes, when doing something that you don't draw all the time, like this is a mystery machine, you're definitely going to need to have a model sheet. And I downloaded quite a few to see which ones were the ones that I like. And here's just a side view, typical in their story content. Now here comes the fun art on the van. Very simple. Nice wave there to it, and a little bit more. There we go. Let's get that line there. Yeah, they did a fun job on this one, this paint job. Even the color choices were pretty good too. I like. It's kind of cool. When you look at that front light, it kind of looks like an eyeball with eyelashes, kind of like a starburst. Pretty fun. And then they added the flowers. There, this is simple, straightforward. This isn't a very hard illustration to do, cartoon, should I say. But needless to say, it is a fun one for me, brings back many memories. And when you're sketching, before you're finishing with the inking, just a reminder, you can always come back to your pencils or go right from your inks and re-ink it in a different level. Meaning, if you see that little flower there, I may want to have them all consistent all the way around the petals. So in Illustrator, I can make sure that that happens, or in this case, inking for that matter. Now I'm just shading in the wheel wells, just making them a little darker to give a contrast again, so you can separate, so you can see the depth in there. All right, that's looking good. A little bit more at the bottom there. This bumper. Okay, working around the back side. So when we're doing the logo on the back, I'll explain with the lettering. That was just dropped in when I'm going to create that. But let me create the art for where the Mystery Machine text will be in. Okay, here we go. Let's meet the two together. All right, and get the top part. And all right, so what I just did is I'm using, when I'm looking at the model sheet, I can see how it's angled, and then I just create the boxes where the letter is going to be starting, and then I just create the first lettering. Right, there we go. The word "the," straight character. It was pretty easy, straight square characters. I'll have several lessons on teaching how to draw lettering. I did that years ago when I was in high school. Used to airbrush people's names on their jackets, on their shirts, and on posters too. So in this case, this is just quick lettering in the artwork from Illustrator, and then I could use a vector art a lot better. Okay, here we go. Finishing up the letter E there. Next one right now. Okay. Okay, and then Y, there we go. Why? Because it's letter Y. All right, so now we finish up the M on the bottom for machine. I liked how they did to use a capital M on the top, kind of piercing into that bottom M in there, bringing the two letters into one shape. That's well thought out. Creativity with lettering. Okay, yeah, finish up this letter. Yeah, they did the same thing, very similar to like the T and the H there. They dropped the T and the H. Unique custom logos. I've done a lot of custom logos for companies. Got a couple of awards for my graphic designs in there too. Let's finish up the E right here. Here we go. All right, that's looking good. Yep, and I think that's about it. So remember to sign it, date it, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching the video. Check us out on Facebook, that's JMG Studio, and on our Instagram account, that's JMG Studio Cartoon. Oh, hey! I hope you enjoyed our video today, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because then you can see all our old videos as well as the new ones that are coming up. Alright, thanks a lot. Take care.